Welcome back to Sunday Night in America. Tim Tebow turns 35 years old today, but he doesn't want any gifts. He doesn't want a trip to some exotic place or even a party. He just wants your help to eradicate one of the greatest evils in the world, human trafficking. Tim Tebow is focused on building a protection center in Thailand, a place to protect young people who have been victimized. Tim envisions a home that provides security while these victims wait for the perpetrators to stand trial. And if you know Tim Tebow, he isn't going to give up until he's built this protection center. The good news is he's halfway there. Thanks to your generosity and his, he's on the 50-yard line. But the need is urgent, and the cause is just, and the victims need help today. Joining us now is former NFL quarterback, one of the best college football players of all time, the founder of the Tim Tebow Foundation, and an all-around good guy. Tim Tebow, happy birthday. Last time you and I were together, we were talking about Ukraine and finding a way to get children and adults with special needs to safety. But there's so many needs in the world, Tim, and you found another one that is so justified and necessary. Tell us about it.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, because after we had that conversation, so many of your listeners and supporters stepped into that need and that fight with us. And we got so many donations the next day and even the next few hours. And that was so kind of your supporters. And so I appreciate you having that conversation with me. And I appreciate you having this conversation with me to talk about one of the greatest evils in the world today. And honestly, I really believe that 40.3 million people right now estimated are trapped in this horrible evil of human trafficking, and so many more are actually being exploited online, and that number is going up every single day. And it was about a decade ago, and I got a call from my dad who had an underground pastors conference in a remote country, and because they were where faith isn't allowed and where he was teaching these pastors, there were 4 girls getting auctioned off. And one of the reasons why my dad is such a hero of mine is because my dad's not someone that could ever turn away. And these girls were getting auctioned off, and he couldn't help but purchasing these girls' freedom. And he did it, and he called me, and he told me what just happened. And I knew that God had opened my eyes to a new calling that day. And ever since, we've been getting more and more into this fight. And what we really need is an army, because there is an army of bad people doing terrible things. And so we need an army of good people standing up against them, because there are so many precious lives on the line. And in this project that we're working on building in Thailand right now, it is for precious girls who have been rescued from trafficking, but they're still not safe because their traffickers actually have active threats against them. They have death threats against them, and they have prices on their head. So they're still not safe until this protection center is built, until they can testify against their traffickers so they can go away. So this is something you can only imagine, that they have been in trafficking, that they have been rescued from one of the worst evils you could possibly go through, and yet they're still in danger. And you know what? It is our job. It is our job to stand up for them, to give them a place of refuge, to give them a place of safety, to be able to protect them. So maybe for the first time in their life, they will actually feel free and feel secure. That's why this is important.
You know, Tim, we use the phrase human trafficking, but it's really modern-day slavery. What you just described is modern-day slavery, and it especially hits vulnerable young people, especially girls who don't have advocates, right?
Yes, there's no doubt about it. And what some of these people do is they prey on the desperate. They prey on those that are lonely, on those that are looking for friends, on those that are looking for relationships, on those that are looking for hope. And so they find vulnerable people all over the world, and they build those relationships, and then they do terrible things.
All right, Tim, you're close to being able to build this protection center. People that want to help you get over the finish line, where can they go to help you?
You can just go to the timtebowfoundation.org, go check it out. And there's 15 girls right now that are waiting for this home to be built, and so many more that we're hoping to be able to rescue, to be able to bring into this home. So we need your help, but honestly, this isn't about us. They need your help, and they need us to work together to stand up for them, because they are worth it.
You know, Tim, my birthday is 1 week after yours, although the numbers are a little bit different. There's a 5 in yours and a 5 in mine, but other than that, they're not the same. I don't think anybody was going to get me anything for my birthday, but if they were, don't. Send it to Tim Tebow and help these people, these young people that need it so desperately. Tim, happy birthday. I look forward to talking to you again soon, and good luck to you.
Trey, we appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for standing up for those that are vulnerable. They need it. We're grateful for you. And I also want to say thank you so much to your supporters and listeners. You guys have been so kind and so generous, and we're just so grateful. God bless you guys. Thank you.
God bless you, Tim. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.